How dare you question
just
how I
it goes on
count?
to zero. Just because it goes to zero does not mean you have to go live. You can finish your conversation,
You can do whatever you want. We have full control.
No, I like to leave our pre-show meetings in on the edge where we don't finish whatever we was talking about. Not like what they did on Smackdown. They didn't leave us on any type of edge. Nothing whatsoever. Just this. How did we get to this point? It just.
Well, Roman's low blowing the other one.
Why is that left sharpshooter T-bag?
Yes. Everything's intentional there, man. It was fine. It was super intentional.
Welcome everybody to the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast. I am Eric.
The racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes.
And I am Marcus, the grand finale.
I'm glad to see that gunk got off your head. I was worried. Gunk? Yeah, when you were having your midlife crisis.
I'm glad that gunk got off your face.
No, it's still on my face, buddy. It's still on my face. It's going to always stay on my face because if it's not in your face, it's not in the right place. That's what they say on the street.
You're a walking Carl's Jr. You're disgusting. You're a walking Carl's Jr.
You are disgusting.
Well, so see, Manny, Marcus is calling me a fast food commercial, and you're just filthy. So clearly, we have two different spectrums of people.
No. We both went there. Because he may be the host of Gums and Gum. I produced that shit.
Please, man, don't tell anybody you produced my gums or comes. Please don't.
I'm fitting in that situation.
Can I be Shawn Michaels? Only show up on Wednesday or Tuesday. Do you guys know? You realize that when we see Paul Levesque and Lee Finney and Shawn Michaels, if another name ever pops up on there, people are gonna go fucking crazy because who is this person?
Ooh,
who the fuck Lee is?
they done got Lee. I guess Lee wasn't Finney.
Yeah, no, the fact if you just see Robert Roode, you'd be like, what? Robert Roode? What is this? Paul Heyman. Paul in the back again.
They put Paul on the ones and twos.
Yeah, it's one of those things where are they trying to get Emmys? Is that why they put executive producers and stuff on it? It's just such a change in stuff because we never knew that. Next thing you know, they're gonna have a scroll talk about who wrote the episode.
I want to know who the other cameraman is. The only person I know is Stu, thanks to John Cena.
Yeah. Hey, Stu. Is Stu even there? Hey, we don't even know if Stu's even still on that camera. Yeah, we don't know what Stu looked like.
Well, Keith was on some bullshit this week, but
Keith mental don't work there.
I don't know who it was. But anyway, let's talk about SmackDown. I know we normally don't jump right into wrestling, but I need to talk about SmackDown because Ryan, my brother, who sometimes appears in it, and Marcus' brother also. He's actually his full brother. He came over to my house and we had
introduction.
We had a brief discussion about how there's not really any storylines going on in professional wrestling, and the Bloodline storyline is kind of getting stale. And I say that with SmackDown happens, and I don't know what it is, but Roman, the Usos, and Sami brings me right back into I need to have that. I don't know if they just have the chemistry or what, but I was caught up in the story of Sami looking for Roman to say sorry, and Roman's you wasted my damn time with this.
Why would you bring him to me?
Why would you bring him and stuff like that? But then you have this opening that was very entertaining, and then you have Jacob Fatu become the dopest brothers on the streets from the streets. We ain't gonna do this for you. I loved it, but then at the end I felt unfulfilled. Manny, I'll turn to you. How did you like the opening segment with Sami, the Usos, and Roman, and even Jacob?
Do you know what it played out? Because the one thing you're leaving out is the segment at the end. I think it happened shortly after the Bayley segment, the Bayley match, where Roman is walking back, and then Jimmy and Jay are like, yeah, oh man, what the fuck was that? Kind of thing. Because then you watched Roman watch the rest of the show by himself, because he's like, hey, you go find Sami. And then you go find your stupid brother.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then you got Roman sitting there. That added to the thing at the end. So it kept me I didn't feel empty like you. I didn't feel empty like you.
Well,
in terms of that story, because it was okay, some bullshit's gonna happen at the end of the show. So I know that.
But the thing was, the reason why I felt empty was that Sami gave an ultimatum. He told him, "I'm here for you if you apologize." Roman did not apologize. So the whole idea of him coming back at the end and being in cahoots with him kind of didn't sit right with me. Marcus, how did you feel about the ending and how we got to War Games? Because I just felt like it was like I want a one-on-one match. Now we gonna have War Games. Like, why, Solo? You won.
Well, Solo is the tribal chief. He ain't got to fight for it no more. He's supposed to eradicate these fools. The way I can explain Sami for not getting the apology is simple. Just maybe it was a part of a clever ruse. It's a week that goes in between stuff. Hey, why not try to trick Solo into believing that I am joining Solo's team? And Roman didn't apologize. But you know what? The drama is they're still not getting along. They're working together. And you know what? Eventually Roman's going to drop that apology. So he's going to drop it.
As you guys know, my memory sucks. Now, I will confess to that right now. Kane asked the question I was going to ask right here. Is War Games typically 5-on-5? Because they pointed out, like when Solo was talking, you ain't got 5 people. So,
and then he was like, I got Sami Zayn.
Yeah, it was like, so who would be the
they just signed another Samoan.
I know they did, Manny. I know they did. They got more Samoans than they got other people.
They just keep getting fucking more Anoahis.
Yeah.
Too many Anoahis.
I need a Samoa Joe or something.
Manny, don't start me with that fake Samoa Joe story. I just don't know it because it didn't make no sense. Because my whole thing about the story, why I felt that it was wrong, because there was a story circulating on the internet that Samoa Joe was released from AEW. He's going back to WWE. And I was like, that ain't right, because then Ray Phoenix would be in WWE right now. He would hold him. Tony ain't doing that. But
Tony ain't playing that.
Back to the real Samoans about this. So, are you excited for War Games? Or do you?
That's not the question. That wasn't the question. Stick to the damn question, Your Honor. He's out of line.
Okay, then
he's out of line. The question was, is it gonna be 5-on-5? And you never said. And he said, "Who's your 5?" Look at him. Now he's talking to himself. He's going crazy.
Look at him. I'm gonna pretend to talk to my wife so I can dodge the question.
I was not pretending to talk to my
wife. Just completely ignore me because you know what? I ain't got time with this.
I apologize, Marcus, but Shantae had a question, so she had priority on that situation.
Although I'm so upset, Manny, you go first. I'm gonna sit like this. I'm gonna stew.
Well, from the side, Marcus, all I gotta say, you one of the faces,
you look
brother.
like a badass mama right now.
The kid that got an F. And don't
I'm stewing, okay? Can you carry on? I'm stewing.
Kid got an F.
You smirking as you lick your finger.
Kid got an F. He's so stewing, the dimple came out to the side of his face. He didn't have a beard so low, no one even knew he had a dimple. Look at it. Look at the dimple. Oh,
what the fuck with you people, man? The fuck with you people? I'm stewing.
Settle down, Dimples.
Hey, Dimples, Mr. Dimples. He only got one, though. He only got one. Because there ain't one on the other side.
There is one on the other side, damn it. I got dual dimples.
No, I only see one, sir. I'm sorry. You're a single man. You don't have a tag team with dimples.
Hey, dude.
Maybe on your butt, but not on your face.
It's called my ass, by the way.
How do you know that? Why are you staring at our bare cheeks?
I don't know.
Stay away from my bare cheeks, Eric. Stay away from all the bare cheeks out there.
So, do you think it's gonna be 5-on-5? Do we think we'll finally see the big Samoan?
Huh?
Do we think we'll see Hikaleo?
They're all Hikaleu, man. Jesus. No, I don't think we're getting 5-on-5. I think it's 4-on-4. Why would they go 5-on-5? Who wants to see anybody? Who wants to see a? Yeah, they're all 5-on-5. Well, who wants to see another? Who's the third party that you want to see involved in this feud? You want to see the Samoans fight. That's what you're paying to see. I'm not paying. When I go see Transformer movies, I go want to see the Transformers. I don't give a fuck about the humans. I'll tell you that right now. Don't give a fuck about the humans. I want to see Prime and Megatron. I don't care. Don't update me on anything else.
Really good.
I haven't seen it.
I need LaBouffe. I don't
need any LaBouffe.
I need him screaming Bumblebee. I need him running around screaming Bumblebee.
I don't need Megan Fox. I want to see my robots hitting robots, okay?
Did you watch the new Transformers movie?
No.
Oh, man. It's really good. Shantae said it was one of her favorite movies of 2024.
That's not saying much this year.
Red One may be one of my favorite movies of
Manny, I
2024.
can't. I'm upset that you get it a week early. I'm upset. I'm upset.
You get everything before me, bitch.
No, not with movies. Not with movies. For whatever reason, you get them early.
Manny, I hope you get the Musafa movie before us. How you like that?
So,
Starring Beyonce.
Don't start me on that one.
She back.
Marcus,
Blue Ivy's in it too.
If I do this, the next day I watch it on the Saturday show, I'll be holding up a cuddly Simba, and I'll do the.
Yeah, you're in Jacob Pose.
I'm in Jacob Pose because, like,
We haven't discussed who's your 5.
I don't know because
I don't even know how well for the what we do with the 5th.
Because there's nobody from the outside that you really should bring in this situation. So, like, it has to be another Samoan. It just would have to be.
Yeah, but
So I think it'll stay 4.
what Samoan would they bring in that I'm going like, oh, I'm glad he a part of this?
None. But they still got 3 weeks to tell us. So let's give WWE some credit. Some credit. Because the very first match of SmackDown was a match I wanted nothing to do with.
Nobody give me credit. I ain't giving them credit.
I'm just like, if you tell me Bayley versus Candice LeRae is happening.
So we're done. Manny, you don't have a 5?
I don't see who else you could actually add to this. Unless you want to add the other Samoans who have no real point of being in there.
I hope it's not Cody. Oh, The Rock and Cody. Yeah.
No,
I guess
if Cody's involved in
The Rock ain't doing that match. The Rock ain't doing that match.
He isn't. He is involved with him. So yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do have the fit. What the fuck? You know what, Manny? Just like that lady standing behind you, I'm judging you. I'm judging you every walks of life.
Manny, can I tell you something right now?
That's a strike. That's a strike.
Manny, I appreciate what you did right there. I think I would have did the same thing. And I'm a modest individual too.
You wouldn't have did that.
I would have.
You would.
In my head. As you guys watch the paper get cleaned up in the corner, please don't pay attention to that corner right there.
I'm just happy stuff is getting cleaned in that roof.
You know what? Fuck you. Why don't you come clean it up? Oh, I can't because you got to go to work. What?
Call out. I can whoop your ass and make it to work on time anyway.
Oh, no, you're not. Traffic will beat you up. It's soften you up before you get here.
I'll get my security guards to come up and beat you with their billy clubs.
You'll be dry like Candice LeRae chicken. Dry.
Hey, you leave her alone.
I'm not.
She trying out here.
You know what? They're trying to make her relevant, and Bayley versus.
I know you want to jump to this next segment, but do I get to ask this question on the 505?
Well, Marcus, I thought you answered it because you kept.
I haven't. I want you to follow some type of format. Goddammit, you follow some format. Shit.
Oh, so he's gonna sit here stewing again, like
I'm stew.
But you notice he ain't turned to the other side because he ain't trying to show the dimple on TV. I guess that's where it's only stand.
Damn it.
That's where the only stand.
Can't do shit. You wonder why I paint my face.
Go ahead, Stu. Go ahead. Stu.
So anyway, I ain't bringing that to the table. The final 5 is probably going to, if they're going to do 5, it's going to be Cody and Kevin Owens, right?
Oh, they could do it with Kevin Owens, but.
Because Kevin can join Solo and be a complete hypocrite and say he wants to stay out of the bloodline and fight the bloodline, but team with the other bloodline. And then you have Sami on the other end, and they can have their drama. And then you have Cody, who's like, you killed my friend Randy Orton. Who's going to turn on him?
Yeah. On a side note, Manny with the beanie, gold chain, and jersey shirt with his drink that he just drank looked like he was drinking drink. That looked like some type of voodoo beer that I don't know what the hell it is.
It is. It's called Dead Man Fingers, but it's spiced rum and coke.
Manny, you look like a mumble rapper.
Manny, I know you gave
He
up.
back to the drink, damn. He back hard. He back in a weird way. Dead Man's Fingers.
That's actually a really dope can, though. But
yeah, that's why I bought it. That's why I bought it.
Kane, Randy's dead. Randy died this week.
We get
to that later. Now, Eric, I'll let you talk about Candice.
No, we don't need to talk about Candice. That match meant nothing.
But only thing I want to talk about the whole Candice was like they were trying to make this match relevant by giving us side story and things in the back. But I don't know if I care. Bayley
needs this win, Eric. She's trying to get back in her winning ways.
But let me ask you this question. The only question I have from this match. Did anybody think that Bayley was going to lose? Because I had a feeling that Candice was. Because Candice without Indy is really boring. It's even worse.
What do you mean? It's the same thing.
No.
It's the same thing.
Indy was like adding boring times boring is basically what that was.
Oh, I feel like I didn't even notice Indy was gone. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Candace walked out. She was like, "Oh, oh." Did her little shitty entrance. Came out there, and I didn't notice Indy Hartwell was gone. I did not go. Damn, Indy Hartwell got fired this week. Didn't care. No. Candace is going to do the bigger and better things. All right, she's teaming with Nia Jax.
So we get a
Just simp for her.
We get a backstage interview where they're talking to the Machine Guns, and Johnny Gargano comes up and he's like slurping him up, and you know, like
he slurped hard.
Like he slurped hard, pissed Ciampa off. But then before we even get to the situation, we see another pissed off man walking in like he Ishii. I mean, that's what Randy Orton was walking through. He looked like Ishii trying to get a paycheck. He stormed in there.
I know you want to go right to Randy Orton and the pissy walk, but I think we all deserve to say fuck Gargano for coming over there.
Oh, Marcus, we wasn't gonna be finished when we got to the match with Pretty Deadly. I was gonna go back to this. So,
you're going back to the interview?
No, we're gonna go back to the whole segment between the Machine Guns and Gargano.
I'm just talking about
finish off. Finish
just like Gargano finished off Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley.
Well, so the thing is, so you know, Ciampa,
that's very unprecedented, like you, Manny.
Ciampa is back. Ciampa's full of hell.
Because if it was, it would
Ciampa refused to tag in Johnny Gargano to prove a point. He destroyed Pretty Deadly in the process. And I don't know, man, because you're drinking that voodoo, the death figure stuff. That's
voodoo water.
That's what the drink do.
Manny over here sucking off his microphone because he's drinking voodoo water. He a crazy drunk. He a eye drunk. We hanging out at the bar, Manny. We talking. We having a good time, and then all of a sudden, Manny's like, "Wow, like Manny, back out." Blowjob drunk.
So I guess we're at the point as we approach 2025. It took a lot longer than I thought, but we're planting the seeds for Ciampa to turn on Johnny. It took a lot longer.
Why not?
Because you know, it has happened on every level. It's happened in the Indies, it happened in NXT, but it has not happened on the main roster yet. So it's only a matter of time before Ciampa gets pissed off and says, "You know what? Fuck you, Johnny."
Yeah, he's already pissed off.
I know.
I mean, the most Machine Guns was there. They were talking about their title. I think they talked. I don't honestly remember because Johnny came over and was like, "You guys did such a great job." All that. Yeah, fuck that noise. If I'm Ciampa, fuck all this noise, man. They're a competition, damn it. This would be like me going to Steph Curry, talk about, you know what, you the greatest 3-point shooter of all time. You know, that light skin and a whole team, and y'all uplift the community of Golden State. I love you guys. You changed the game, Steph. You changed the game. No, I'm trying to beat your ass.
If Johnny Gargano actually was able to get in that ring, if he reached for that tag, Ciampa was jumping off the apron.
Oh yes,
because Ciampa didn't even tag him in.
No, and he just stormed off. He's like, "Man, that's how you beat some ass right there." How many weeks have we struggled with Pretty Deadly? This ain't our first rodeo. And then, you know who does the struggling? You do. I'm just gonna whoop his ass from bell to bell.
Yeah, rebel the post. And like, he did that.
Let me tell you this. I feel bad for Pretty Deadly. They didn't know they were getting that ass whooping.
No, they didn't know they was getting evil Ciampa. They didn't know that.
We didn't prepare. We didn't watch tape on that.
You know who was happy in the back? Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. We didn't get that Ciampa when we fought them. That's the dangerous Ciampa.
We get the Machine Guns. After they got slurped off by Gargano.
The Ciampa right there, that's the Ciampa that's going to have a vicious knee injury that's going to be missing for 6 months after he comes back as a good guy again.
It's the neck.
But it's also his knee.
Yeah, he has the knee
too.
A
lot of it.
I mean, but at least he would know to put the spray tan on his knee. Some people, man, just don't even understand.
Adam Cole, baby.
How you put your spray tan on with knee pads on? Just don't.
Adam Cole was whiter than America this week.
That one knee. But I like Angry Ciampa. I really did. I'm also excited for the Profits versus the Motor City Machine Guns because I don't think the Profits are going to win, but this might be the time where either Docs or fans turns on each other.
I mean, I was listening to Toe. Oh, go ahead.
This just proves you make a complaint in the media, you get a title match. This is bullshit.
Not really.
I'm tired of this.
Manny, the complaint was like 5 weeks ago. Carmelo ain't champion, and nobody else is.
And Manny,
Yeah,
Taz was
they get a
wearing the
title
gold
match. I
chain
didn't say they become champion.
and Taz was wearing the gold chain like you, so y'all was gold chain brothers. I mean, just saying.
Come on, you want a chain?
I do want a chain, but I got to get my neck back.
I'll tell you this: I'm like Bobby Roode. I'm off the chain. That's an old ass reference that no one probably gets in 2024.
Man, I miss
He
Bobby
said
Roode.
it like a month, like several weeks ago, and we made fun of him for it.
Who? Bobby Roode?
No, Eric said off the chain, and then we said I ain't heard that since the 90s, and then you kept saying bussin' and trying to act like you don't say it all the time.
I never say bussin'.
You do.
You accuse me of saying bussin' and tight. I've never said it. Someone go in the transcripts.
I thought Jade Cargill and Bianca had a very good match against Stratton and Nia Jax. Even with the Candice LeRae trying to interfere, they still got the win. They are teasing the dissension a little bit between Jade and Bianca, but I don't think they can break them up yet.
Did you see that post that said that it came from the
coach? Yeah,
claiming that these two don't get along.
I was like, if they don't get along, it shows how professional they are. They go out there and they work together. Because my whole thing about it, if you're gonna make them fight each other, I'm not gonna do it on some rinky-dink pay-per-view. We gotta have it at either Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Like,
given the work that Jade has done recently, I don't think she is Royal Rumble or WrestleMania worthy.
She's not. I mean,
right?
Jade is a look, but she still doesn't have the timing in the ring yet. She's
Lex Luger.
Yeah, that might be true. That might be true. I thought Motor City Machine Guns versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller was actually a solid match, but I don't know what they're gonna do with Grayson and Austin. Manny.
This was the third tag match of the night, and I was fed up at this point. I don't care what bloodline bullshit.
I thought so.
It was too much tag matches.
I was like, Manny, did you go outside and kick a dog after this? Because that's how upset you had to be about.
I don't kick animals.
I'm just saying that's how upset you were. You just get upset and you want to go kick a dog, and you couldn't fight the dog. You kicked the goat.
Why he gotta go walking around in the speed streets of London?
I don't know what goes on in London, and I just know there's ghosts walking around
in London.
I don't know ghosts walk around in London. That's what my research tells me. Don't worry about it.
Walk around in London, especially.
Don't worry about it, okay? You want to know how? Maybe I'm confused. You know why I think there's goats walking around in London? The Great Dennis Bergkamp. I'm sorry. That's why.
He doesn't even live in London.
Shut up, Manny. It's a joke. It's a joke.
He lives in Kane's part of the world.
I don't know what that means.
Manny, can I ask you this question?
I know Netherlands.
Why do you dislike tag wrestling so much?
Ooh.
It's just too much sometimes. I don't like when you play GM mode. You get a message.
This nigga hate it.
You get a message from Triple H saying you need to do some variation of your show. So I'm going by what he says to me when I play GM mode. Give me some variation. It was boring. You can't just put 3 of the same match on.
If I understand correctly, it's not that you hate tag team wrestling. You hate the fact that they use it as a crutch to fill the show when they have multiple tag matches that have no relevance to anything.
Kane, we told you that in confidence. You don't put that out on.
You said that on air. You were at an airport throwing kids into terminals and shit. You're out of control.
Can I just point out, I also had one arm at that point.
One arm. Big man. I beat a kid with one arm tied behind my back. You're a big man.
Did you hate the 10-woman tag match that took place on NXT?
No, because you know what?
Eric, he had a stipulation.
There's a stipulation involved. It's the Adonis crutch.
He loves
women.
women.
A little bit of Adonis in them.
Well, so can I jump to NXT real quick?
No, you cannot. Let's just finish Smackdown. We're at the end. We're at the end.
So let's get to my number one favorite moment of the week. My favorite moment of the week, and this is the Kevin Owens, Randy Orton situation. Randy Orton comes to the arena. He full of hell. The thing that I had pissed me off is that the announcers tried to make it out. Oh, I didn't know Randy was going to be here, blah, blah, blah. Randy walking to the back, straight to the thing. How did they know to hit his music? How did they know?
He was walking by. It's really good. Triple H and Lee Finning were just like, bang.
Oh, that's why they get their name at the end?
Yeah, it was just like when Will Ospreay came running out with a sword or whatever he came out with at the end of Dynamite. Bang, hit that right there.
Randy came out there. He thought it was Wednesday night, and they were at the ECW arena, and he just said shit, and they beeped it out. So they caught that. The production got that. And he said, Kevin, bring your ass out here. Kevin came out, and honestly, he had on a shirt that I was like, Marcus would like. He has told me he would not like that shirt, but I did like the shirt. That
You don't know what
right.
Kevin's you dealing with.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
Kevin might come up and be like, who the fuck is Kevin? Or some random Kevin comes in like, yeah.
Or worse, someone's going to take that subliminal message of, you know what, I need to stay with him. I need to stay with Kevin. Kevin going to come in there like that. Kevin ain't shit. Kevin ain't right.
So Randy calls Kevin out there. There's only 2 security guards stopping Kevin from going out there. And I'm like, how is it stopping you? I've seen more security stop more people. Then, next thing you know, Kevin said, fuck it, I'm coming out to the ring. We get out to the ring. They having a pull apart. And then all of a sudden, a move that has been banned by WWE for a long time, a fucking pile driver comes out the blue. And the sad part about it, Manny, and I know you've already said it, it wasn't even a good pile driver. I haven't seen a pile driver in WWE in a long time, but this was a bad pile driver. But after the pile driver took place, this is when my favorite moment of wrestling happens, because the reaction
groaning,
from everybody.
You love the groaning.
No, it wasn't Randy's. Randy. It was something that I wish AEW announcers sold better, was the stain, Corey Graves and Michael Cole were livid. They were livid.
That move's bad.
It's been banned for a reason, blah, blah, blah. And then Keith in the truck, Keith, Stu, whoever's in the truck, decided to show the replay.
Why are you going to play that replay again? Why are we seeing
that replay? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Why we got to see this again?
But the thing about it is, it's not only did he show the replay, the fucker in the truck was like, I'm going to show it from all the different angles.
Again.
Different ways. And I was like, what's going on here? Why are we showing this replay? And then, Cody comes out there, all the announcers come out there, and then they cart Randy off. And I was like, Corey Graves was checking on Randy. I'm like, why is Corey friends with Randy? What the fuck is going on? First of all, let's just say,
it's a tragedy.
One of the safest pile drivers I've seen in a long time. If anything, Kevin Owens' rectum is more in danger than that pile driver. But I like how they made it a big deal. Marcus, I have a question for you. Then you can respond with a question. Marcus, how did it feel?
Respond with my own answer.
How did it feel, Marcus, seeing a pile driver on WWE television? It's so low. It's so low.
Eric, let me tell you something. That was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life in the history of WWE. I've seen a man Tesco get electrocuted. I've seen a man get his pee choppy. I've seen a man sleep with a corpse. I mean, these are all just King storylines, to be honest. I've seen some of the worst, but never have I seen some disgusting shit like that. I mean, Kevin has reached new lows. I don't even know what provoked him to do such a heinous move that not since goddamn Jerry Lynn has I seen a power driver as dangerous as that. Jerry Lynn!
Jerry Lynn has the worst power driver. We're in the game.
Final Ball says he's seen Contain and Destroy is more violent. That is also true.
Yeah, but and so we saw one on Sunday. Andrade, Carmelo, and LA Knight's still a Canadian Destroyer, but apparently when you do the flip, it ain't as devastating.
Yeah, I broke that out of Marcus. Like the physics, you can't get the same oomph that you get when you do a pile driver because you do it
directly.
Yeah,
when you go directly down, you have evil intent.
Yeah.
But I would like to add this. Thank you, hallelujah, and thank you, Jesus. Amen. And you want to know why I'm adding that? My favorite move is the Canadian Destroyer. We may get it back. As a finisher. If this pile driver is that dangerous, people might be selling and wrestling again. For all you know, people may sell in wrestling again. Randy Man brought it back. They may got sell it back. Marcus, you may watch AEW this week, and someone's gonna do a superplex, and that might be it. That might be the 3.
Marcus, I'll tell you this right now. I
want that wrestling back.
They sell pretty well in WWE. They try to protect some of the moves, Marcus. They do.
They tried, but it's still not as good. I just saw Winnie 2 crash through a bed and got up. Okay,
NXT protected a move that I can't wait to talk about because I can't wait till we get to NXT. But Manny, how do you feel about the return of the pile driver and the theatrics behind this?
I mean, it's not. I feel like it's not really that big of a move anymore. It feels like it's just the fact that we haven't seen it in so long. It adds to it, but like I see it in AEW all the time.
But Manny, and as a fan, did you like the spectacle that the WWE announcers tried to make it seem like this was a big deal that took place? That, you know what, we ain't seen it forever. What the hell is he doing? It's outlawed for a reason.
Funny. It made it more funny than it was spectacle. It was like, it's just a move, guys, and it was the safest way possible. Yeah. If this was AEW, Randy would have been dropped on his head.
The thing was, though, is when they were so irate about the replay being shown, it was hilarious to me.
Yeah. And then not only did he keep showing it over and over, I just felt like it was just a poke at Corey and them over and over. I was just like, oh, they're showing it again. They're showing it again.
Lee was a bitch in that situation. He was like, I got you.
Lee has a death wish.
Let me tell you this stuff. I'm happy the move was sold like it was. You know what? I'm from the 80s, 90s wrestling fan base, and early 2000s, where moves used to mean something. You throw somebody over the top ropes, that could be it. They could be dead.
Marcus, I know where you're getting at. I know where you're getting at. Because your argument for you don't like Will Ospreay anymore is because of this exact thing where no selling is done, there's 1,000 moves done in a match. I get where you're coming from, but there needs to be a middle ground in both arguments.
Manny, I need you to read this because I feel like this is the final boss.
I just said that. Why are you stealing my words?
You said
like, oh, I said that, and then this comment came through. That's why I was like, I'm not reading this.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put it there. I didn't know you. Well, go ahead.
How about this? You give me a power driver, and I give you my band move to punt to the head.
Yeah, I mean
that's the only way this can end, right? That's the only way it can end. And then this gets him on the chair, and he kicks Cody.
He's Cody. He's going to kick Cody. He's going to kick Cody. We know Cody's going to be a casualty. I can honestly say the thing that disappointed me the most, I really wanted Kevin to be driving that ambulance. I don't know why. I just needed the camera show, and he was driving. Because Marcus, he had the ambulance with Randy and Cody in there. Oh my God, that's been so great. Wait,
what were you hoping for? Were you hoping for the camera to be like in there and then a pan out?
I was hoping like how they would card him in. So you know how you had the shot when you see him in the back, and I just wanted to see Kevin turn around real quick as they close the doors, and then he spills.
Buckle up, Teddy. I would like the ultimate I would like to see some chicanery done with the cameras where they drive off, the cameras in the backseat. You see Kevin, and then he goes, ha ha ha, just laughs, and then jumps out the front door of the moving car, and you see that go into the river, and you don't know if Cody and Randy survive. Oh my God! Oh my God!
This was my number one. The replay was my number one favorite of the week of the moment. My number 4 moment, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm sorry, Manny, because it's going to drive you crazy. But the announcement of the Women's U.S. Championship and the video package that Nick Aldis made.
Vanity.
Like he was doing a dating profile for him or something like that. It was just like, dude, you could have came out to the ring. It was cutting him like, yes, and then this title. I was like, what are you doing, Nick? What are you doing?
I have a problem with this. Because on Raw, we're going to get the exact same thing with Adam Pearce, and we're going to get the announcement of a mid-card intercontinental title for the women. If you're going to do it, just do it on both shows. Like you've got Jay and Sami on SmackDown at this point. You might as well make the announcement for both shows. Like you're going to waste part of the 2 hours next week on Monday.
I mean, you might as well do it. And I know, Marcus, you shook your head because you already let it be known. Put it on the record, Marcus. You hate all these titles.
I want my power driver sold. I want my titles locked up. I'm about to create the MAGA for make wrestling great again. The Mauer is gonna come back. We're gonna make wrestling great again. Don't worry about how I spelled it. The MAGA.
I will disagree with you.
Make wrestling great again. I want selling and I want less titles. It's too many damn belts.
No, but I do think the women should have a mid-card title. I don't think you should introduce the women's intercontinental title, but I do like the idea of women's having a mid-card title. I just think it's time because, like, technically the only belts that they can fight for are the tag belts or the respective championship belts, and there's a lot more talent. Now the debate online was who should be the inaugural women's U.S. title.
I think I know who it is.
Marcus, who you got?
So my gut, well, not my gut, my heart is with Candice LeRae becoming the first one because they're featuring her a lot lately in a prominent role, and she looked like she could carry a mid-card title. They even introduced her as the first ever women's speed champion as a precursor to her winning this title.
No,
however,
can't have that one. No.
However, I believe this title is going to go to your girl Jade Cargill, who once again will wear a title based on the network she is working on.
I don't think so.
She's on the USA Network, Eric. Why not give her the USA title?
So Marcus got two people. He went with either Jade Cargill or Candice LeRae. With two, you get two. Who do you got, Manny?
If she doesn't cash in the middle of the Nia Jax Naomi match next week,
oh no,
I think Tiffy.
Okay, Tiffy.
Or I think like Kane, I think possibly Naomi.
Okay. I was going for the hardest woman working this year that just was out there putting no matches that no one cared about. But, you know, Triple H still likes her. Mi Chin. I thought Mi Chin would be a solid person to be the inaugural.
Mi Chin? Sorry, that's a Jimmy reference. I just like saying it.
And I don't know. Chelsea Green is not on SmackDown, right?
She is.
Then Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is probably the true
Chelsea Green does need something.
Like,
that would be nice. That would be nice.
She would make that title something special. So I would say the finals is Mi Chin versus Chelsea Green, just to bring back their storyline of her smelling like garbage, and then Chelsea getting the title. I think that would be fair.
Oh, because the USA is now garbage, according to Trump, because he drove his garbage truck around? Or
no.
Is that what you're going? You bringing it back to politics, Ed? Because we can bring it back to politics.
No, Naomi decided to include herself. I mean, she was out there teasing with Bailey, but she got tired of Bailey ass, and now she's trying to go back and kick it with Bianca and Jade.
Snap, Cackle, and Pop are back together again.
Can I start pitching you some names for this title, Eric?
What?
Charlotte Flair.
She
ain't won it yet. Why not give it to her?
Dude.
Grand Slam.
And let me tell you that it does give some credibility to the title.
Okay.
It'd be better than what the TBS title is doing right now.
So I don't know how this title is going to be distributed between all brands, or is it just a SmackDown thing? I'm sure we're going to get the Intercontinental on Raw.
If we get the Intercontinental on Raw, because he has to one up Nick, then so be it. But if we don't, then I can see it bouncing between shows.
Pick one for Raw.
What
Lyra.
for? He do love him some Lyra. And you could also bring back Becky to be it.
That'd be fucked up. We brought a new belt. Guess who gets it? Charlotte and Becky.
No, but you need to have somebody established to have the belt to make it more relevant.
Ain't got nobody time for Becky establishing again.
Hey, I'm just saying. Let me look on Raw. Who they got?
I would be honestly disgusted if Tiffany Stratton cashes in to win the U.S. title.
No, I don't think she's gonna do that.
No, not cashes in. So like, I'm assuming next week in the title match between Nia Jax and Naomi would be the perfect time if it was to be done on SmackDown to cash in.
I can see them bring back Alexa Bliss.
For the title? I don't think so. She's gonna be trapped in that Wyatt storyline that's going on.
I forget they still got Blair Davenport. I don't know where she's at. I haven't seen her in a while.
She's on SmackDown doing nothing.
I know.
I think she got hurt. Didn't she get hurt?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know where Blair is.
Not Dakota Kai, huh? No, we ain't gonna give it to her, huh?
No, she injured. They may give it to Raquel Rodriguez
or
your PFC girls.
No, not the PFC girls. But you know who could get that U.S. title? La Madrina. Because Santos need to get some relevance into that. Give it to La Madrina.
You know what? Give that one to La Madrina. Get the other to B-Fab. We're done.
Okay, so we gotta get to what else happened in the week of wrestling, and I just need to jump into NXT. If you want to talk about the opening hardcore match between Jada Parker and Lola Vice, for me, the moment that I said, "Wow, they're really trying to sell this," was when Lola Vice kicked out of being hit upside the head with a brick. However, she could not survive being hit by Jada Parker's ass, which I thought was hilarious to me.
Marcus,
I was
Eric,
like,
that was the tiniest brick ever.
man, it don't matter. It was
Yeah,
still
the brick looked like a painted sponge.
It looked like a sponge, but man, but the thing was, the thing about Lola, she so looked like the residue of the exploding brick getting her eye more than the brick hitting her in the face. I just laughed. It was funny to me. Also, William Regal interacting with his son, but not acknowledging that it's his son, was great for me. Yo boy Adonis was actually entertaining. You know, he knew
He gonna get all the white women, Eric. He playing the ball. He playing the ball like a fiddle. He playing the ball like a fiddle. This dude about to get these charges.
And now he
about to get
kick
these
it with-
charges.
Now he's about to kick it with the boy with the books too. I mean, come on, man.
The boy with the book.
The boy with the books.
I don't know what his name.
Dion Lennox.
There it
Dion
is.
Lennon.
See, you guys know. Aren't you guys glad that you didn't get the two black brothers on there this week? I'm so glad they didn't make the trip. I need them to be released.
You know, NXT did at 22. What did you think of Nunzio? And the question is, Eric, hold on. You know what the question's gonna be. Manny got the question on Thursday
It was good,
too.
Lexus
Don't do
King.
it, Marcus. It's me. Don't do it.
No.
do
It
it.
has to be done, and I want to win the vote. I know it's 1-1. You just think I'm too mean.
What?
The question is, Eric, Manny's favorite wrestler, Don, had a match with fellow mobster Nunzio or Little Guido, depending on how you want to call him. Was he better or worse than Adam Cole this week?
Who, Nunzio or Tony?
Nunzio versus Adam Cole. Who had the better physique, and who do you think you could make more money with? Look at that question, man. Look at that. It speaks for itself that he isn't even giving an answer. He's not even trying to be mean.
I'm going
It's
to.
legit
I can make
talk.
more money. I'm just saying, you can make more money with Adam Cole. But if you want to be a broke bitch and say Nunzio, go ahead.
I'm not going to say Nunzio because he's Nunzio, and I know what he can do. The correct answer is Adam Cole, but it should have an asterisk that is a lot closer than what it should be. It's a lot closer than what it should be. Like, that's the worst part about it.
Who's in better shape?
Nunzio, because he's old. He's old, and it's hard to keep a physique. And compared to all the other former ECW stars that showed up, like, damn. It's like, go ahead, Nunzio.
It was only, what, like 2? What you think of Francine?
Hey.
Good Francine or bad Francine?
Francine look better than Dawn Marie.
She did, but you
She
know
did.
what? I don't know that.
Dawn Marie looked like she was trying too hard to still look like Dawn Marie from like 20 years ago.
Eric, imagine you being Don Marie and trying to show up in public again. I don't know when the last time she been in
I
public.
can't imagine that in this country anymore because I'll get sent someplace else. I can't imagine like that. I'm not gonna put myself like that. They don't like those people in this country.
Eric, imagine you with Don Marie.
I'm not.
And you in public. You ain't gonna walk around like, you know what, I still got it. You ain't gonna get that.
Since we're choosing people, I need to know this question
Okay.
for you guys because I was thinking about this when I saw this match. Because Ricochet, or Richard O'Shea as we like to call him, or Wesley.
He's still out there talking.
Wesley.
Because this
What do you
week,
mean? In what capacity though? What am I doing?
You had to
What
pick
am
one
I
of
doing?
them.
Tell me what I'm doing with these
You
guys.
gotta pick one of them. You gotta
Pick them
pick
for
one of them.
what? Pick them for what?
Your company.
Pick them for what? I'm trying to make money.
Yeah.
I'm not making money with neither one of them. But I would say Wesley's better on the microphone. Ricochet's better in the ring.
Yeah, but I feel like I've seen everything Ricochet can do.
Yeah.
I'm more intrigued with what I can get out of Wesley.
I mean, like the match with him and
I think I've seen everything Wesley could do.
The match between him and Javon was a little sloppy, but that was more on Javon's end than it was his.
It's always Javon.
But at the same time,
I take Javon over both of them guys though.
Marcus, I think he's
19.
19.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
He's 19, 20. You got to. But consider where Wesley came from and all his injuries and stuff like that, and he's actually serviceable on the microphone. He's not great, but I think he's better than Richard O'Shea.
His name is
in my
Trevor,
opinion.
but he wasn't.
Yeah, call him Trevor.
Is that his real name, Trevor?
Yeah.
He looks like a Trevor.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that means, motherfucker. How many Trevors you know?
He just I don't know many. Trevor Bauer was one that I was supposed to know, but then shit happened and never happened. Never went to fruition. But we still got a shit.
Well, first of all, you didn't know that man personally.
I mean, for all was worth, I did like how the Tony D Little Guido match came to fruition, though. I thought it was the most ridiculous thing.
Some cartoony. That's what I watch NXT for. It's bullshit. Hold on, Ed, what do you think of the threat? Nikita Lyons out there making threats.
I don't know how he had the power to make that match.
But come on, you got to fight Nikita Lyons next week. Rizzo was like, so what?
Yeah, exactly.
So what? Oh, I'm supposed to be scared of her black ass? I'll whoop her black ass up and down the street.
The craziest thing about this, though, is just that when you looked at the main event and the 10 women that were in that match, I'm going to ask you guys this question. If you had to release any individual from that match, like if they were cutting, who would have been in that 10-woman match? Who would get released?
Cora and Jasmine, I think.
I said one, Manny, but you gave me two, but okay. Marcus?
I think it'll be Jasmine Nix.
I think it would be JCJ. And I like JCJ, but I think
you can't get rid of that.
They will let JCJ
You
go.
can't get rid of all of that.
What does that even bring to the table?
That's what she brings to the table. You know what? JC's got a bum rep, all right? It's not her fault, okay? It's not her fault.
What I loved about that match, though, was that Jordan Grace, when she got to the ring, she gave like 120% in. She was moving fast. She was doing all her moves. And I was like, man, she must be trying out. And then
as of this day, she is a part of the WWE. I'm already official. It's like her contract is in January. That's months.
You bring
you know what? You just stayed out there.
No. But
You
the
bring in
question is, do you really need Jordan Grace when you got the Australian woman? The Australian woman really just...
Nah, you can't make that judgment, Eric. We can't make that judgment yet. Because we've only seen 2 matches of her and we don't know anything about
But Manny,
she's doing F5.
Her spear was pretty good, though. Her spear was solid.
F5 was solid. F5 is solid, but...
Yeah.
I need to see more of her before you can make that judgment of...
So,
I still prefer Stephanie. Stephanie's still my pick. She is still my pick, though.
Stephanie, I think, is the best wrestler of the group.
When she cut her promo in Spanish, you know what though? You got to give
Julia's probably second.
You got to give it up to the young North American champion, women's North American champ, because I can't remember.
You don't even know her name. You don't even know her name.
Melo's girlfriend. I don't remember.
Carmen Petrovich. Carmen Petrovich. Carmen Petrovich. I know it's not Carmen. Lonnie, man. Kalani Jordan.
Kalani, yeah. I mean, Kalani, although Shantae was down there with me, that was a very uncomfortable scene with her and RVD doing what they was doing right there.
He stretched his own balls at it.
I blame.
He's like, what am I talking about, baby?
That
Put his
was like
balls up there.
It don't seem like a young girl spreading her leg and he's stretching his leg right there, like, you know.
It was a homage to what he used to do in his chair.
I know it was, Marcus, but at the same time, if you don't know that context, you was like, what's going on right here?
What he about to go do?
Yeah, exactly. And Shantae's over there in the corner still talking about,
Rob Van Dam already got a freak of a wife/girlfriend.
I pointed out.
He mess with these young things.
I pointed out who be released outside of Julia and Stephanie. Who, Marcus, would you say is the top star of the women who was in that main event?
Outside of
Stephanie and Julia, you eliminate them.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going Jason J, motherfucker.
You wasted your pick, brother.
I know. Your pick. It's not like these picks matter anyway.
That's true.
But fine, I will pick. I know you're gonna pick Phelan Henley. That's your girl.
You ain't gonna tell me who I'm gonna pick.
That's who you're gonna pick.
That's
who you're gonna pick anyway.
That's who you're gonna pick.
Matter. That's who you're gonna pick. That's your girl, the North American champion, the one who made that title white. The title been black. Oh, North American title be black. Anyway, I would have picked. It used to be. Now the Don and the country's gone. That's what happened, Eric. That's why we lost to Donald Trump. We lost the North American title. That was the first thing to go. I should have known. Should have saw the signs.
Hey, did you like?
I kind of wish you had that title on hand and just shoot your own music video of "I'll be missing you."
No, I can't. I ain't messing with him. I'm messing with him either.
I don't know why.
You can't sing his lyrics and summon him anymore.
Do you guys know? I don't know.
You know
why,
what? I'm gonna put my money on Roxanne.
I got.
Maybe she can turn. Maybe she can get that charisma somewhere.
Roxanne is a good pick, but
She's
I'm going to pick
young.
Alan Henry, like you guys said, and I can't stand you guys taking my pick. Manny, who would you pick?
I mean, it's the one they've obviously shown some shine in is Zarya.
Okay.
Or
Oh, she's allowed to get picked too. She's allowed to get picked too.
She pinned Roxanne.
She did.
Yeah,
she
did.
What to. Jordan Grace is gonna cost her that title though, because she's gonna be like, "Why you speared me 2 weeks ago or whatever it was?" And
I did
that's
like
start that beef.
Be like, get over there, you borrower. Go back to your little cave.
I will say, I will say, I did like seeing the American version of Ishii Rhino show up on NXT. I don't know why. Rhino Spirit Robbie E was actually
I'm disappointed.
That crowd was hot. They were flicking people off. Poor regular TV had no idea what to do with that.
They never do. But I'm disappointed. Lights go out, man. I ain't thinking Rhino. I thought we get old ass Sabu. I thought I was getting Sandman. I thought I was getting Sandman. I wanted anybody but Rhino. I would have took Balls Mahoney but Rhino. I see Rhino.
Mahoney.
Shut up. But Rhino has been on. I would have taken Ezekiel Jackson. I would have took the zombie. Shit. I've got the same. I've seen Rhino ain't stopped wrestling.
Bad Takes are sponsored by Marcus the Grand Finale.
So, Manny, can we jump to AEW with my number 2 favorite moment?
I was speaking.
My number 2 favorite moment of the week. It took place with the Orange Cassidy match against Claudio and Pac, which I don't understand.
This? Yes, bring Marcus Carvana in.
I don't understand how Cesaro and Pac fell for that booby trap. I don't know how they fell for the old Darby in the ceiling. Let me jump on you, booby trap. It just made me laugh. I was like, why did you guys go up to the ref? You knew his tag team partner had to make an introduction. Why did you go up there?
Well, here's my question. What if they would have said, okay, we understand this plan here. Let's step to the left and let Darby just fall.
Yeah,
that would have been the worst plan ever. Ow, fuck. But lot of stuff happened on AEW, Eric. We'll let you go with the Eric AEW rant of the week.
The Hurt Syndicate, they didn't do anything for me. I just felt like it's the typical black on black crime that people accuse WWE of doing right now. It's like, oh, the blacks are here, they all got to be together, let's fight. Like,
yeah, but this time the Hurt Syndicate is stomping on other black businesses.
I was just like for me,
this man burned down a house. Remember that?
It's like.
I mean,
a white man
broke into a house.
The way that I look at this,
white man broke down a house.
3 months ago, Swerve was at the top of the world. He was on the top of the world. Now he's in a feud that really doesn't seem like it's going to benefit him because, like, you're not going to sacrifice Bobby for Swerve in this situation. Like, it just seems like it's. Like, the man burned down your childhood home, and how did he get to Jay White? Like, it just don't. It's just not.
He has to move on.
Everything is a bit up in the air because realistically, the main focus of the AEW right now should be the storyline going on with Mox taking over AEW. So everything should kind of be linked in with that, but it's not. And then this Hurt Syndicate thing is kind of like happening against it as well. It's like you got 2 kind of big storylines going on at the same time, which would only work if you had one on like Collision, and Collision was something people cared about, and then they were running against each other. Like we had the Judgment Day and the Blood. What?
I said Collision's airing tonight. For those who forgot what day that airs.
This is where I stand in this situation. Like the whole Mox thing. I get that maybe Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin is whatever they are, but I think this would have been a lot better if it was Swerve. Swerve was the former champion. He can carry himself on the mat. He has a reason to be an AEW supporter since Tony believed in him and all that good stuff. It's like it just would be a better fit. And it would be a valid reason for him to be distracted away from the man that burned down his childhood home to go and defend the company that believed in him when everybody else did not believe in him. That's just what I look at.
Let me ask you this question because Marcus has already commented on this already. I'm
gonna comment again. That's what I'm joking.
Kenny Omega is returning to New Japan, which will take away from any type of debut or return he has when he comes back to Dynamite. So at some point he's going to be involved because the Elite are taking a back step because the Young Bucks are taking a break apparently. So he's going to have to step in and be the next guy when eventually they destroy Orange Cassidy. He's going to probably be the next guy. And when he steps in, the return isn't going to be as big as it's supposed to be. So where do you think he fits in?
So Manny, I had no idea this was taking place.
Yeah, don't pay attention to what's going on around you.
This is the problem with AEW.
Learn to match your surroundings.
No, this is the problem with AEW. I'm sorry. Kenny Omega hasn't been on your television in almost 2 years?
It's been about a year.
No year. About a year.
Maybe a year some change, right? And he's still one of the more do we want to read it?
No, go. You continue your thought. This is some subtitles.
He's still one of the more prolific.
Subtext.
He's one of the more prolific superstars that they have on their roster. The fact that you're letting New Japan get his debut over your own company, that's a problem to me personally. Like,
it'll be returned.
Like you should have exclusive rights to his return.
Technically, it is an AEW show.
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with what's going on in AEW.
It's Forbidden Door for New Japan. It's an AEW show.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with what's going on.
I understand that. But I think him and Gabe Kidd's gonna have a banger of a match, and I forgive him.
They probably will have a good. But what
I forgive him. I don't care what it does for AEW. Let me tell you this, brother. I'm done. I am done caring about AEW benefit because they do not care about their own benefit for themselves. If I could get a good match out of this shit, I'm going to take the match that I didn't think I was going to get.
But anyway. Marcus.
I'm done caring about, let's try to see what can elevate them to the next level because clearly they don't care. They do the same shit over and over. They bring in new talent. The new talent dominates. Then everybody disappears. It's the same shit happening. Look at Malachi Black's retirement match this week. Man had 3 matches in his whole career in AEW and then retired against Alicon.
Malachi's being retired and he's going to become Alistair again, but that's just a whole different story. I want to talk about...
How dare he, by the way, if he does?
I just want to say, like, for me, when it comes down to it, yeah, Mark, he's like, oh, great, another great match. No one remembers great matches. AEW need to get their storylines and like, you have momentum.
They're not doing it. Do they care?
You have momentum with a story.
I'm sorry to cut your point off, but do you think they care at this point?
I'm going to keep talking.
Do you think they care at this point?
They need to care. They need to make money.
They don't care. They don't need money. They don't care anymore. Yeah.
TNA, they don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
TNA in the Dixie days. Let's just say.
They don't. They're not trying to help themselves. And you know what? I'm going to say they're worse than TNA. TNA was trying their ass off. They tried so hard, Manny, on every different level to try to bring in views. They brought in Hulk Hogan and his racist ass and Bischoff. They signed all these people.
You said he got this all out of him.
They really tried. It's a different discussion, man.
I thought it was supposed to be Eric moment. Supposed to be my time to shine.
It is. But I'm going to say.
But I agree with Kane. I think the presentation of AEW does need some tweaking. I don't know what they can do, but like it's something don't sit right with me. But I did enjoy the booby trap, Darby and the booby trap. I mean,
no, you're going back to that.
But then like the conglomeration coming down for the save and stuff. I don't think that Mox is trying to do something, but I don't feel like I'm having the right people in the mix with Mox. Like that's my big issue.
What I've said is Mox is the only one trying to elevate this shit. He's on a different level than everybody. He goes out and cuts promo. He's with Willie Yuta and shit going, oh, son, people die in the fight, the dog and the bark. I don't know what he be talking about, but he said
the only one
so
that fits emphasis. With him. Do you know the only one that fits with him is actually Marina Shafir?
Yeah.
The rest you could just get rid of.
Who Manny? Who destroyed the whole reason why we were having a match to begin the show to begin with?
Walked in the ring.
Just walked in the ring, kicked the referee. Like, why? Why did we even have this match?
Because he's a badass bitch. That's why.
Then, like, another thing happened, like Adam Cole versus Malachi. Why did Malachi quit? This man was the Oogie Boogie man, and he like, beat me. Like, why? And then they did an awful job of trying to tell the history between Malachi and Adam. Like, oh, Malachi has always beat Adam Cole. Adam Cole has never defeated. I'm like, where did this happen? Like, what did they have these matches? Like, you give me all this history, but you just like you're telling me stuff, but you're not giving me any verification.
They did their best. Whatever. Eric, the story's busted in the first place, right?
Well,
the story's busted. It's the MJF story. It's busted already. Adam Cole got no steam. MJF is not around to try to give it steam. This is nonsense. So I got to ask you the most important thing about this segment, and Manny can attest to this one. It's the biggest question that's going on in professional wrestling, and I don't feel like why we're the only two people asking this goddamn question. Who the hell was that black man that went to Don Callis with that message of money? Who was he?
That was Over 50's cousin.
That man looked impressive. I was going to pay that man $10 million to come join my promotion.
That man was going to be the man that was going to fight Adam Cole. He was just being a butler.
He was the man. That man showed up and looked like he had the aura of everybody that no one else in the show had. He walked in, I went, goddamn.
It was like a plus 1,000 aura when he walked in. Like, oh, yeah. Who's this guy? Why isn't he the world heavyweight champion? Why isn't he doing the biggest things?
And then Kane asked a question: if Roddy and Adam both have had to win 3 matches, why is the third match Adam versus Roddy? That would make more sense. The fact is that
triple threat. It's gonna be
why would MJF put himself in a situation to get a triple threat? It doesn't match his character. Like,
but why are we having a triple threat for nobody has a title in this scenario, right?
No.
Why are we in a triple threat?
So now
that's what that's for. When you're in an entanglement for a title, not just a random, hey, you know what? I want to prove I'm better than you by pinning somebody else.
So now I guess the question I have, Marcus, it's time for you. You can ask me questions else because I really don't have anything else to talk about AEW because I was like, oh, okay. So
hey, I've got questions for you.
Okay, Manny, go ahead.
Let's talk about that attempted hit and run.
Oh, Jesus.
And let's talk about why that's the best segment of wrestling this week.
No.
It was like watching what is it? Oh damn, this is an old reference for me. Rocky and Bullwinkle watching Natasha and Boris trying to get the fucking
How old are you?
Shut up, Manny. Rocky and Bullwinkle was a great show.
The problem with that whole segment was, where was that driveway going to? It looked like this is my reenactment. They only could drive this far. It was not like
can't go nowhere.
Like literally.
No,
did Chris Statlander not realize she was crossing the street?
This needs to be studied.
Did she not look both ways before she got out the way?
I get a screenshot? Can I get my desk? Let me just remove myself for a minute.
Oh, Manny's about to Manny's about to give us a presentation of what actually happened in this thing. At this time, as Manny prepares his presentation, the following presentation is presented by the Sharpshooters.creator-spring.com, where you can get some of the best and finest sharpshooter merchandise out there on the planet. You can do it like my tribal chief Jimmy, or Jen, or Ruby, or Manny, or Eric, or Jamal, and several others. All the people, all the players on this channel has merchandise.
My favorite useless moment was when they dug up Penelope Ford to lose to Jamie Hayter, just for no reason.
No, apparently they've been feuding on Collision, Eric, at some form of fashion.
Oh, damn.
The man's the head. The man's with the heads. We're going to Manny with the board. Look, top notch. Top notch.
Maybe you should go full screen on us.
No. Let's just let this simmer. With commentary. Top notch.
This is Penelope Ford. No, not Penelope Ford. What? Who is it?
Chris Statlander, right?
Chris Statlander's here.
Man, neither one has ever been that flat, but let's go, Manny.
And she's talking to Renee over here. So
yes,
she goes, blah blah blah. I'm talking my shit.
Fuck him in court.
And go over here. Suddenly we go. There's no way she could have been that close to that car. And then she kind of just fell like somewhere over here. And then you've got inside this car Mercedes Moné going, "You stupid! You don't know how to do this. How difficult is it to run someone over?"
And then, can we also point out that we have to throw in the factor the cameraman was there to get it all, so the cameraman should have been hit too.
There's so many questions of how did they know Statlander was going to get interviewed in that location at that exact time? It looked like a very random, arbitrary location in this fucking arena. This could happen anywhere. Why was Mercedes and Camille even there in the arena? They weren't booked on this show at all. At all.
But Marcus and Manny, the real thing about this, no one cares. Like, no one cares what's going on between them. Like,
Mercedes killed Big Bird. You saw that, Cole?
But I'm just saying that Tony has wasted a lot of money. But right now, how much money he invested in Mercedes, then bringing in Camille for this mid-level, whatever we got going on,
I'm okay
I don't
with
know.
it. Eric, I'm okay with it. You want stories? You got a story.
This ain't no story.
You got a story.
Because Marcus,
I thought that was hilarious. I want it to be every week. I want Rocky and Bowico. I want Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner every single week. And them trying to kill Statlander. And they can't do it.
Mark, in the real court of law, Marcus, I'll let you know right now, Renee was a PC-32. She was an accessory to the fact. She was sending messages to Sasha, letting her know where Chris Statlander was. And we know she on that evil shit because we see what her husband is doing. That she refused to acknowledge that her husband out there just trying to destroy everything. I mean, there's a lot going on.
People, he just dropped court talk on all of us and just kind of like stunned everyone into silence.
Can you bring us to bring your professional legal mind, Eric, to wrestling every single week?
Well, you know, that was a good old-fashioned attempt murder because they had the intent to hit her because, you know, and Mercedes would have rolled over on Camille real quick talking about that was her thing, although she's on camera said that you can't even do this right.
Okay, Eric. So that was a crime, but let's talk about the crime that happened last week on NXT involving Liv Morgan, Raquel, and
before we get to that crime, since we're back in WWE, I think this segment would have been perfect if Chelsea Green and it was Piper trying to run somebody over. I think the tone makes more sense. I think if Chelsea called her an idiot, it made more sense than Piper would be like, I'm so stupid. I think that her getting beat up by them, I feel if Chelsea Green was in this segment, it works 1,000,000% better.
I don't think anybody cares if if Mercedes talked down to Camille, because no one knows who Camille is. Like, this is, I hate to tell Tony.
She Wardlow.
You're doing the MJF Wardlow storyline just with Mercedes, who is less talented than MJF. I said it. What?
That's not a hot take at all. It wasn't a hot take at all, Eric. When you said I said it, that wasn't. I don't think there's a single person looking around going, well, Eric, wait a minute.
So you think there's nobody?
You've gone too far.
There's nobody out there trying to defend Mercedes? Nobody?
Not over MJF.
Well, MJF is kind of overrated too. And then Mina, her segment looked a lot like Asuka, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, you leave Mina alone.
I'm not, because I know that's your girl, Manny. I know.
Okay,
I'll let it go.
The return of Will Hobbs.
Let me talk about this real quick, because
he didn't have nothing else to say. Hold on, let me talk about this for 1 hour.
Let me move around to try and gather my thoughts.
I feel like John Moxley, where you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Shit float down the toilet. There we go.
Just because, like, there's been, for the last 2 weeks, it's a possibility. I don't know if AEW is this. They foreshadow this much, but with the whole Don Callis thing, they've been talking about him handling contracts, acquiring talent, and trading people and stuff like this. I don't know if this is 100% the case, just so Ricochet can say that you let this man's contract with you slip and he's pissed off about it. Here's my partner, Will Hobbs. But all I saw is, hey, we got another black person. Let's team him up with a black person. That's all I saw. In
you know what? I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all. That's not what I got for this. I got, well, I guess.
What did you get?
I think I got a tuber. But I'm so sick of people flipping from face to heels. Whatever. Hobbs did what he did. I wasn't gonna. He looked fine. He looked all right.
My issue,
But I don't think Takeshita needs to be losing.
No, that's
or
my
Cal
biggest
Fletcher.
issue.
They don't need to be losing.
My issue with this is that you announced next week that Takeshita is going against Adam Cole, which I think is a very interesting match.
It's not. It's gonna be good, but not.
Whatever. But I think but I don't think having Takeshita lose going into that match makes sense. Especially when you have Brian Cage.
He's the international champion. He shouldn't be losing.
Yeah. Like I didn't like this at all. At all. And then Cal Fletcher, for the last 2 weeks, he has made himself like try to be a main player in the scene. And then he goes on, he loses to Ricochet and Will Hobbs. Like, who I know they will not have any interest. And I just feel like this win, they got to win for the simple reason of what's been going around the internet about Triple KKK or Triple K. Like, that's what I feel like. We start the show off with African Americans. We end the show with African Americans. And I think it's...
I don't believe that's what happened here.
What happened there?
Hey, you got to go with the science of all this.
There's science?
Baby, yeah. How did you not go with the science? Manny, am I the only one to see the science here? Do you not see the science?
Well, the science of you got to make Ricochet look good because he's potentially going for the New Japan title.
No. I'm talking about the way the show was structured. Starts with black people, ends with black people.
I just said that.
I know. The science behind it. What other wrestling show does that? What were they competing with on the same night?
Oh, NXT?
The blackest wrestling show in the history of wrestling, NXT.
What does he call it? What does Pro Wrestling Bits call NXT?
Oh, fuck.
It's NX something.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shit. I forget. But yeah, it's the blackest show on television, Eric. And I feel like that played its role in this.
Was AEW a bad show? No.
That's why Adam Cole sprayed his tan, though.
AEW wasn't a bad show, but I think NXT was better. And I think you would be more fulfilled watching NXT, and especially a male in a demographic. I mean, they started off with Lola Vice and Jada Parker, and they ended with a 10-woman tag. So I mean, like, they were paying to their demographic for horny males.
Yeah,
that's what they were doing. It was like, oh, there it is.
They won this week in the head-to-head.
Not
by much.
I just feel like
they won by 100,000, Manny.
Was it?
Yeah,
it was like 20,000.
And Marcus, I would say honestly, they probably broke even because it's kind of hard to compare a cable show to
it's the same shit. Yeah, you sound like it's the same shit.
Whatever. But I just don't think that AEW understands the idea of focusing on one main storyline. No, they don't. They've been taken by immigrants.
They do.
Because the mock.
How dare you call that Beast Mortos an immigrant?
I was not even calling him out. But,
how dare you call out?
You voted for Trump with that statement.
Yeah, with that statement. How dare you talk about all the Takeshita and Okada and what's that Canadian child name?
Black of that hat, it's probably a MAGA hat underneath.
No, it's not. Never here, man. Never here.
The black MAGA hat. Look at this son of a bitch.
My issue that I have with AEW is that your main storyline and the most interesting storyline is Jon Moxley and whatever he's trying to do. They give me so many other storylines that distracts from that storyline. It just bothers me. Like, I don't need Jay White versus Hangman. I don't need that. I need Hangman and Swerve to finish their issues.
Are you upset that they're trying storylines though?
I'm happy that they're trying.
They're trying. You may not enjoy it, but they're trying.
But the thing is, when you have your B+ superstar being the one that Jon Moxley's going after, when you have your A- superstars available, makes no sense to me. It just don't. It just doesn't. And then I look at MVP, Lashley, and Shelton, and I'm like, what? They're gonna go around giving cards to people for them to join? Like, when they showed up to Ricochet, I'm like, I don't care if he joins with them. I just don't care. Private Party wasn't even on TV this week, and they won a title. Where was their celebration?
We ain't gonna ever see them again. I'll see you guys on Rampage and Collision. Yeah, buddy.
Shante, Manny gives you a
No, they have a tag team
that's
tournament
behind
happening,
it.
right? There's a tag team
Yeah.
tournament there announced.
No, I saw
you
that
ain't gonna
convoluted
clean
rules.
it, Eric. It's been there for years.
I saw the convoluted rules of that tag team. None of the tag teams even deserve to have a chance at the titles. Like the whole thing about it, when the Young Bucks had the title, nobody was going after the titles. Now the Blacks get the title. Next thing you know, we're gonna have a tournament to try to take the titles away.
Easy pickings. Easy pickings.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
easier
like
to
those
beat the
guys
Private
anyway.
Party than it is to beat the Young Bucks.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
really
like-
hope they don't split up. It's not going to work out for them by themselves, I don't think.
No, it's
Well,
not gonna
Isaiah
work out for
Cassidy
Quinn. It'll
is-
work
is-
out for Cassidy.
Isaiah Cassidy think he got something going for himself.
That's also true. Eric, Rich Holland get pinned.
Okay, so let me just point out. I like Ridge Holland, and I like
cut
Ridge
me
Holland
off to say
and
this.
Ego Ethan Page together. I don't know why. I love their promo. They cut talk about an Englishman and a Canadian in Philadelphia, and I'm about to spit all on your shit. Like I enjoyed that.
What's this happened? We have to go check out that match.
Marcus, you just want to see her wig come off, Marcus. That's all. That's wrong. You
Hey,
didn't
I've been promising someone getting their wig split for a long time since Mark Henry was wrestling, and I ain't seen it yet.
That's not.
Wes, why are you watching Rampage?
That's not a.
Shut up,
bad-
man. It was a boring Friday night, probably.
Do you have nothing better to do with your time in that hour?
Hey, you know what? I wish I could watch Rampage on a Friday night instead of doing what I got to do
Are
on
you
Friday
guys
night.
happy that next week Britt Baker returns to Dynamite? Isn't her? Isn't she dead?
Isn't she dead?
Like literally, like no one wants to work with her. She's supposed to be a bigger jerk than Mercedes. I mean,
But she ain't had a. That's why they didn't announce her opponent there.
hey, the ice cream truck boy didn't show up on AEW either.
Boy, he said the ice cream truck didn't show up.
Oh, you mean Jack?
Yeah, where's Jack at?
Where is Jack? What is Jack up to these days? Hey, Jack? Hey, what's up with Hook? That's your boy.
Oh man, fuck
That's your
Hook.
boy.
Fuck no, he ain't my boy. He ain't been my boy. I denounced Hook a
No,
long time
that's
ago.
your boy. You yell every time he come out. There goes
No,
the signal.
no,
There goes the signal.
First of all, when did the signal bullshit start? He ain't Batman. He ain't even
It's
close
been going
to
on for
Batman.
over a year or more.
Marcus, I'll tell you this right now. You should be disrespected being the Batman fan that you are, that they would even try to give Hook a signal. Who can't talk? He can't fight. It's bad. They ruined that kid. Like this is what.
They ruined him.
And then Christian's like, you want to be a father? You need a father? I'm like, I don't care about who you bring into your stable, Christian. I don't. Shut up. Like, you gonna make Nick Wayne jealous? That was a segment that could have been cut. It could have been cut.
What'd you replace it with?
A commercial.
Cut the commercial, Eric.
Just saying.
Why? That's gonna be the segment. Hit him with the commercials.
I was
This
just
segment's been
like,
paid for by Eric.
Hit him get one of those old man dick pills. Give me Frank Thomas in that. Give me Frank Thomas in that segment.
I just said, it's just one of
And
those moments.
Steve Garvey.
It's just one of those moments where you're just sitting there and you're like, all right, we got John Moxley, we got Marina Shafir destroyed everything, but I got Christian here having pretty much a Money in the Bank title shot, and him talking about he trying to find new kids of his own. Like, fuck that storyline. I don't need that storyline. I just don't. But they are trying. They are trying.
They are trying stories. Again, I appreciate Will Ospreay's wife's panic about the AEW locker room. It is becoming NXT over there, where I saw this only online, I guess. I'm really disappointed this wasn't part of the show. But where he's concerned, his wife was concerned about, you shouldn't go into work today, honey. People trying to run each other with cars. They smothering people with paper bags. Screwdrivers are a regular thing. It is not safe. You should never go back there. That's what his wife told him to do.
Eric, this is a segment that wasn't aired on Dynamite that Marcus tried to convince me happened on Dynamite till he realized it was a backstage segment that was recorded strictly for online.
Oh, you
I was
know,
at the segment.
it's funny,
What do you
man.
want?
You
Put
watch
you
your
off.
stuff at 4 times speed. Marcus watching at regular speed, but he's so tired he don't know what stuff happens here and there. he just be like, "What just happened?"
But let's get rid of the conglomeration. Let's get rid of the learning tree. Let's get back to basics.
Like, Tony need to do some releases. He really do. Like, nothing against Mark Briscoe. Nothing against him. I would rather see Ricky Starks in this situation than Mark Briscoe.
And you ain't never seen Ricky Starks again, and Tony ain't either.
But I'm just saying, like you have talented people who could be used in these situations that we don't really need. I like, and then come on, guys, that Okada package was trash.
It wasn't that bad.
You admit that it was bad, though. You
admit that it was bad. No, it was good. It was solid. I mean, I wish I would have got this, months ago. Okada's just kind of back there. Last time I saw Okada, he was helping the Young Bucks shred papers, which makes me laugh.
I will point out that I was disappointed that Damian Priest won, but I think we all knew Damian Priest was going to win. I thought it would have been more entertaining if Dominic would have won. But
Dominic's the guy.
But that didn't happen. Yeah, I mean, that's about... Oh, Mariah May didn't show up. She's the AEW Women's Champion.
I think she showed up around that segment. Didn't she? Was she walking around the back?
No, she was
didn't
not.
walk around the back this week.
No. Shit.
WWE is starting to get like AEW with all these new belts. I need the Grand Slam champion, the Boat, Natty, to be the first women's US.
I hope Natty gets it.
No, we don't. We don't need Natty with that. Although Manny had that when they announced the UK tour. Hey, Manny, how do you...
Manny is on top of the world.
I am owned by WWE. I'm the WWE ID talent.
But you being the resident Londoner here.
You are London. Manny, right now, he's considered London, Eric. When we think of the London fans, Manny is the face of the London fan right now.
I'm trying to get my question answered. How do you feel about WWE doing a pre-WrestleMania European tour? Like, where they're actually doing Raw and SmackDown? Like,
it means it's actually gonna mean something when they go all over Europe for that. The only interesting thing is, because they are going to be taped, the thought is Netflix may show those live.
I believe they are showing them live. I believe that's the plan.
At time, especially in the US at the same time. I think they're going to do that.
I think they're going to show it live, and you can go watch it at the regular time too, which I think is really cool.
Now, Manny, also, since you are the expert in London and wrestling, do you feel that, or are these shows the same as any other WrestleMania Revenge tour? They're just saying, hey, like, the live events around the same time, except for WrestleMania's later this year.
Yeah, the live events will be, but the fact that they're doing Raw, SmackDowns from different parts of Europe, I think that's gonna be kind of cool, because like, we ain't seen Raw from like, I think they're doing Raw SmackDown from Spain, which hasn't been done. I think they're doing it from Brussels, which also hasn't been done. So it's going to be interesting. I think, and it's going to be more of a tour where the matches actually mean something. Like, I don't really like going to Raw in the first place, to be honest. I'd rather go to a live event, because you have more fun at a live event. But
I can Mark, would you say that because we went to that live event in the forum, or do you have more fun at the TV shows?
I have more fun at TV shows because I like the TV drama and stuff. I like reacting to go, like I'm a TV artist, like a Mark.
Okay. That's all right.
Is it really the same when you sit in the sky?
It really is. It's actually better. Boy. Because now you're talking down at your enemies.
I like one thing on Raw that I did appreciate. I like that all those times that Miz starred in the Marine, it paid in his acting when he was being kidnapped by the Wyatt Six for no reason. I don't think anybody needs this.
I need it.
I need it. But at the same
when
time,
you bring up the Mr. Raj, I'm back.
I know,
back.
I understand.
That's some nonsense to bring up. That's something I didn't think I ever had. I didn't think I had to bring this out of my memory.
Mark, did you thought you was gonna ever see Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas?
Exactly what I told man, Eric. When I saw Curtis Axel, I fucking flinched because I was like, they showing him on TV. Like, if Curtis did something wrong.
No, Mark, you get him confused.
I'm thinking about Ted.
Mark,
I'm thinking about Ted.
No, you get Curtis. Mark, the same thing I said when I saw Curtis. Right, I was like, did he get in trouble with something? I was like, oh no, that was Ted Jr. That's why we don't get no legacy packages. God damn it! When Randy turns on Cody, I hope we get some legacy packages. The legacy boys are back, Manny. So I
back to Manu shows up, baby.
Manny, can I ask you a question? I know this is gonna be a hard question for you.
Oh, it's a long show.
Do you hate tag team wrestling more than the Wyatt Six, or does the Wyatt Six get more hate than tag team wrestling? What do you hate more?
I don't have any feelings for the Wyatt Six when they come on. Blank out.
Okay, so that's tag wrestling for the win.
So the answer is Karrion Kross, Eric.
You know what? If Miz was in jail, he'd be dead. He was snitching. You won't Karrion Kross. You don't want me. You won't Karrion Kross.
So here's the final question I think we have for the show. This show's been going on pretty long, but I believe this is the most important questions. This Monday, celebration of the new day. Eric, how do you want this to go down? How do you want this to go down?
I want Coffee to turn on Woods.
How? What do you want to happen? What do you need for this celebration? I don't know how. Do you want this to end Raw? Do you want this to be a random part of the second hour or something? Because it's number 3.
I tell you
how do you want this to go down?
I tell you this, Margaret. It's more so this is a cop-out answer. I just want to sit there and enjoy it and let it happen. I don't want to speculate. I want to see what they give me. That's the one thing. That's the one thing about watching wrestling is that sometimes I hate when people spoil things. Like
the reunite.
Like to think about it. So like let's say on AEW. I'm happy that nobody spoiled the Hobbs return. I mean, I didn't care about the Hobbs return, but at least it wasn't spoiled. I like to see things happen without expecting it to happen. I'm pretty sure Big E shows up, Kane. I'm almost 100% sure he does.
Manny, what are your expectations for this segment?
So they're already playing that Woods is going to be the bad guy in this situation. What makes him a bigger bad guy is what if Big E does return? They're all in the ring, but then Woods gets a little bit jealous. Woods goes, let me attack Kofi, but he misses and hits Big E. Big E is something so beloved to me that I would hate Woods even more. I think it needs to go down like that.
It's his fault. I can see him yelling, it's his fault. It's his fault. He got in my way. Oh. Man, you going for some real drama.
I can see that.
I want drama. If you want to get me in, you have to attack my favorite wrestler of this century. of the 2010s, Big E.
We're the 2020s, Manny. Okay.
2010s going into 2020s.
Oh, I don't want this match next week on Dynamite, but I guess I'm getting it. The Bang Bang Club versus Hangman and Christian Cage. Well, it could be worse. It could be the
wait. Why is Christian and Hangman teaming together?
Oh no,
he has his own faction.
He does. I don't know.
Wes, you need to be putting time out for that.
He might show up, Manny. The next NXT champion might show up.
I'll be honest. I thought Ridge was really good this week. I thought Ridge, they might could do something with Ridge. I don't know what it is, but they might.
I don't know. His voice is very off-putting.
Which is good, because you shouldn't have somebody that has an enjoyable voice if you're a bad guy.
Right, Jake the Snake has a beautiful voice. You hear me, my man?
Thank you, Shate, for the buzz.
I will throw a snake in your face.
Did you guys give a comment on WWE ID? The independent development thing?
I don't know what to make of it. It's just it's a lot of names.
Yeah, but
I don't know what's going on.
The only one I knew was Tasha Steelz.
Oh, Tasha Steelz got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought she was working for AEW.
Guess not.
Something Steelz.
Nah, but
they don't even know who they got. He's like, someone steals.
On that note, I think
Max steals.
Zeta Steel.
No, that's Jada Parker. Because her bum is more powerful than a brick that looked like a sponge. That was actually a fun match for it to be the first women's.
There ain't no Wendy Chu Tatum Paxley coffin casket match. I thought that was better.
Yeah, but they don't respect Wendy Chu, and I can see Wendy Chu being released.
Probably about time.
I like how Manny did dispute. It's like it's only a matter of time. I mean, it's nice to see that Manny's podcasting girl found a role to stay in. Stevie Nicks. No, that's not Manny. That is not Tasha
Stevie
Steele
Nicks. Stevie Nicks is the lead singer of Fleetwood Mac.
Yo, she is. I know. What's
Stevie Turner.
Oh shit, you right. That's where we got all our podcasting tips from. And with that, we hope you guys enjoyed.
Shout out to Ava. Shout out to Ava and her big announcement this week. Thanks, Ava.
Pathetic.
Nepotism, man. Nepotism at its best right there.
You know what? She's getting better at her job. She didn't do anything wrong. That crowd, the ECW Philadelphia crowd did not boo her.
Marcus, let me just put Mark, and this is gonna be very mean when I say this. Nepo babies usually get good at their job. However, if you hired the person who was qualified, they would have been good when the job started.
Who do you want to see be general manager? I rest my cake. You think that was the thing that pushed her over the edge?
That she didn't get the GM job?
Fucking Ava. Fucking Ava. I'm over here crying in my analysis for Cody Rhodes. I'm giving you character, motivation. I am a large life figure. But they went with fucking Ava as the NXT general. I could have been general manager.
I
can do what B-Fab is doing and Elektra Lopez.
Why couldn't they fire B-Fab? They could have did us all a favor. They could have. Damn. Anyway, I'm Eric.
I'm the racially ambiguous chain-wearing Lord Manny Hayes.
And beer drinking.
Wasn't beer. It wasn't beer. It was
and
rum.
we gonna throw it up to Dimple. Go ahead. Say your exit.
Dimples
There
with a
it
Z.
is. Give it to him.
Because he's cool.
I don't want to.
If only I had a sound effect that went ding. When he did that. Ding.
God, smile, Marcus, smile.
Oh, man.
Peters.
No, not anymore.
Go ahead.
You can't say Peters didn't play this music. It's terrifying. Give me some Peters music, Manny.
You know, Manny, I've always been a fan of feeding the ducks.
Give me Peters music.
He like feeding the ducks.
That's Peters music right there. That's putting in that work. You can hear the Peters drop in the crowd.
Come on, everybody. Grind them hips. Grind them hips.
And I'm Marcus the grand finale, who'll probably be in chains by the end of the year. Next year.
Justice for Marcus.
Justice for Marcus.
Anyway, into next week.
Oh, that's small Peters music. That's I'm driving the pickup truck music. Oh,
Into next week.
I can't remember her NXT day. Later, Corey. Tato Paxley.
I was waiting for the beat to drop, Manny.
I hit end.